second phase of the graduation. The graduation ceremony is going on now. Hi, Beverly Jeffrey. This is the second phase of the graduation ceremony. They do it in two parts. It was so much so they couldn't go through with everything one time. So this is the second phase. And after I'm shipping myself back home to New York. Yeah. Yes, Divas and Dan, this is my granddaughter, Gran, her graduation. She received her diploma, and now they're having the graduation ceremony. They say congratulations to the world.
Good afternoon, first world graduates, friends, family, and faculty. I would like to welcome you all to the 45th Annual First World Graduation. My name is Asia Ellison, and I'm the president of First World Graduation.
Beautiful, the black girl, she's the president.
Today we are here to celebrate, recognize, and acknowledge all the hard work we have put in to make it to this very day. The theme for this year's graduation is Sessa Wolf Suban, which means transforming character. As an executive board, we felt as though this theme accurately described our graduating classmates. As I look into the crowd, I'm looking at several students who have grown into themselves as leaders, activists, and even poets within the community here at SUNY New Paltz. Each of our experiences at New Paltz has been unique as we have learned many lessons, achieved many goals, and set the bar high, not only for ourselves, but the classes that come after us. With that being said, I would like to thank all First World graduates for participating in this ceremony. I would also like to give a big thanks to our wonderful advisors, Rita Celeris and Mark Rumnett, for helping us navigate through this entire semester. And lastly, I would like to thank and introduce my wonderful executive board who made this all possible. First, Kiana Graham, who's public relations. Daniel Santana, who's a graphic designer. Graphic designer as well. Shirley Barnes, event coordinator. Sophia Kanawati, event coordinator. Kevin King, treasurer. Treasurer. Nandana Secretary. Petrol Major, Vice President. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Danny Santana to read the history of First World.
Thank you, Asia. Hello, everyone. So, First World graduation initially began in 1973 as EOP graduation. Throughout the years, the ceremony became more inclusive to include participants from general admissions, S&P, and particularly those who are first in their family to earn a college degree. First World graduation has evolved into an immense ceremony for everyone. You do not have to be a first-generation graduate to participate. With faculty, presentation of awards, followed by a reception, this is a more intimate commencement ceremony. The purpose is to acknowledge the contributions of the graduates of color for their outstanding achievements of May, August, and December. There is usually a theme of each graduation based off an African symbol. For First World Graduation 2019, the theme is Transform of Character, a theme we feel describes our graduating class. Now, you can all think of welcoming and bringing the president of this institution, Dr. P. Christian.
Good afternoon.
I'm always pleased to welcome graduates, family, and friends to this great event. As you've heard, this is a tradition at SUNY New Paltz that's stretching back more than 40 years. Harvard, I believe, began their ceremony 2 or 3 years ago, so that's one that we have over Harvard. The executive board for their diligent care in organizing and supporting this event. Graduation is a special time when we honor our graduates and all of your accomplishments. As you've heard, the theme that the executive board chose for today's ceremony is a West African phrase and a great symbol. Sesabo Saban is a theme for today's ceremony, and that means change or transform your character. I think it represents well the way that students, including some of you here today, came together this past year as a community. We saw that especially during the process of renaming the Hesbrook Complex building names, which carry the names of the original European settlers in New Paltz, all of whom were slaves. Some students had strong ideas about how to reach a successful outcome of that process. Some of those ideas may not have worked well to engage others who felt that the names shouldn't change, as well as how to work within some of our existing systems and processes. But in the spirit of that theme, students recognized that they needed to change how they thought about that topic, and they shared their perspective to reach the desired end result. Students engaged in a thoughtful dialogue, while also advocating strongly and effectively for their views and beliefs. I'm really proud of the way that they and our entire campus community came together. It serves as a role model for civic discourse that's sorely lacking in our country on a contentious issue. And I hope that all of you take pride both in that process, but also in the outcome of removing and replacing those building names, something I'm very proud of for our community. Many of our students here may be the first college graduates in your families. I know some of your parents are recent immigrants to the U.S. Some of you also are immigrants, still adapting to a new country and culture at the same time that you're earning a college degree. I know some of you worked many hours to finance your education. Some have had to work extra hard to overcome elementary and secondary educational experiences that may not have fully prepared you for the rigors of a college education. Your intelligence, your perseverance, your commitment, and your hard work all paid off, and here you are today. Congratulations. We appreciate and honor all that you've done to reach your goals and to overcome challenges along the way. You deserve to bask in that a bit. Graduation marks a definitive chapter in the lives of our graduates, and this event is a wonderful opportunity to bring families together in this celebration. Mothers, fathers, grandfathers, siblings, children, great friends, spouses, other loved ones have likely played important roles in your success today. So graduates, I hope that you'll take a moment this weekend to thank all of your family members and loved ones who have supported you in pursuing your educational goals in all the ways that families do. And there are lots of ways there. Obviously, financially, culturally, spiritually, with the right amount of encouragement and enthusiasm. Sometimes a touch of tough love that we all need in our lives on occasion. This weekend, you'll leave New Paltz with a degree and an education. And this will make a major difference in your life. Both of those will create pathways for you, present options that would not be available otherwise to you. You'll find that your knowledge will change your relationship to the world in ways that you can't now imagine. You'll discover those along your life path. You'll note there that I've spoken differently about a degree and an education because they're not exactly the same. Your New Paltz degree is a credential that will open doors for you, but it won't let you get far down the hallway of your future after that door is open. Your education will keep you moving through the passageway of your life and your livelihood.
Hi, Charlotte. I'm at Gran graduation
That position you well to deal with real-world
in New
problems
Paltz,
and
upstate.
unexpected challenges that the world will throw at you. You've also engaged in and out of the classroom, supporting causes and issues from local to national that you're passionate about. Certainly, the issue and the symbolism of changing our building names is a great example of that. One bit of advice that I always give to graduating students is bear in mind that no one expects a college graduate to be a finished product, and as you graduate, you should not expect that of yourselves. I often tell students, and this is a little scary, that our goal must be to educate you to succeed in your 6th job or your 8th job, many of which don't now exist. And so your education, if you and we have done our job well, will allow you to keep learning, to adapt to a changing world, to be an agent of change to make the world better, to overcome life challenges that, again, you can't now imagine, and to create meaning in your life. So far, I've spoken to you as individual graduates. You're also members of a community. And New Paltz students often tell me that one of the things that they value that's special here at New Paltz is the strong sense of community that they have and that you all feel here. And in a world where so many forces and factors drive us apart, achieving community is no small task, and I'm very proud of the value that New Paltz students place in thinking not just about your individual lives, but also about your roles as members of a community.
Allergies killing
Students,
me.
you've modeled well that it's
And then
possible
the
to
guy
achieve
behind
individual
in front of me
success
have
and be
weed.
part of a strong
I was
community.
thinking weed. Oh
Know,
my God,
and
it's
you
killing
heard
me.
this a few minutes ago from Asia, know that even as you move on to new endeavors, many of your younger peers who will be students here next year have been inspired by the examples that you all have set. It's possible, and indeed I think it's imperative for the success of our society to recognize and honor individual differences. At the same time, we come together as a community and we persevere and endure together. As you prepare to
Hey, my
leave
brother.
college, as individuals
Hey,
and as
my
members
brother
of the New
DJ,
Paltz
go let's
community,
make up yourself
please
on the
know that
music.
SUNY New
Big up.
Paltz will forever be your home, and we hope that you will visit and
Try
stay in
to big
touch.
up yourself.
Let us know how you're doing in your lives. We will keep you updated on the latest that's going on at your alma mater. Congratulations again to all of you. Best wishes for a bright, happy, and productive future. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the weekend. It was an honor to see some of you across the stage at this morning's commencement ceremony, and I look forward to seeing others do so tomorrow. And I hope to see many of you back on campus next spring for First World Reunion. Congratulations again.
Hello, my name is Kiana Grant once again, and I'll be the host the rest of this evening. Next, I'd like to present Kevin Kin so that he can present the student congratulations.
First off, I want to take a moment to go
There's a lot of African students here.
Just want to take that moment real quick. And now, I just want to take a moment to thank the parents, family, friends out here supporting us. They've been there through our long, sleepless nights, our crying, our thinking about transferring, our thinking about dropping out. So I just want to give a round of applause for you and everything. So, for those who don't know, my name is Kevin King. Here, to introduce the season, introduce what First Word is, and congratulate you for the work you've done. I had a speech written up.
Hi, Zeppelin.
Most of you know me best. I kind of work better off the top of the head, so just bear with me on that. First off, I wanted to talk about the theme while we have touched on it before. Sesa Osuman, change your transformation of character. I think that best accomplishes what you are, what you've done here. You've made history. You've changed the world in a way. No matter how small you think it is, even if it's just at New Paltz, that impact can spread somewhere else. You were a class that came in, everybody was talking high praise. Mark was looking at me saying that your class was going to be better than mine. I argued that it wasn't. I still don't think so. But you all have shown me something that I've never seen at New Paltz, and I can probably say that. It took me 5 years, to finally graduate and get my degree. Most of you took 4, 3. But we made it here.
Thank you, Zeppelin.
It's crazy to see, transformation. I saw most of you as freshmen coming in kind of unknown, coming in with too many bags, like all of us do. Overpacking for freshman year, overpacking for door. I know half of y'all still do it, so don't try to laugh at me. yeah, and trying to figure out your place in the world, trying to make friends, trying to learn, trying to grow. And I can truly say that you have, you know, take a moment to look at y'all, look in the archives. I have pictures from, you know, some of the close friends seeing y'all as teenagers, kids, and look at you now as one of those who made something of yourself, made a change, made a difference. This class has been one of the best out there. I can probably say that. You have been better in my class. One time I said that they might kill me. But this has been one of the best experiences I've had. You all, despite everything you think, you know, and you enjoy it and you love it. You know, this will have a special place in our heart. This will be
Yes.
in our book of life, our moment to rise, to shine, to grind, to show who we were. You know, things got tough, we didn't quit. I see all these small faces here. You know, things got hard and you kept going, you kept fighting, you kept coming back year after year after year after year. You know, finals after finals, teachers after teachers, you know, professors that you may love, you know, professors out there that you may hate, grades that you may have, you know, went out, you know, those grades that your parents like, oh, how'd you do? I did good. This was a good semester. You know, something a lot of you discover cards saying I got good grades, or checking back $3. But this class has been probably one of the most remarkable things I've seen. You come here as individuals that get to know each other and now are family. I can probably call you my brothers and sisters. You may have never had interaction with me, but I've had interaction with each and every one of you. I really mean that. You know, it's not, you know, scary. We're in a crossroads, you know, we're in a place where we look at 4 years of loopholes and, you know, trying to think of good and bad, but then we look at the future and like, what I'm gonna do next? Do you have that job lined up and things like that? And I just want to say, stop. Don't stress about that. Don't think about that moment. Be happy. This is something that we accomplished, you know, despite everything, despite people, systems in place that should try to stop us from getting here. We get here. You know, we did that. We did it as scholars, you know, we did it as, you know, members of the community. You know, we were selfless. We weren't selfish for our time, we weren't selfish for our advice, we weren't selfish for our patience, you know, despite the many obstacles that were in place. And that's something that's remarkable. You know, I can truly say that New Pulse is one of a kind. You know, I've been to Albany, I've been to Bing, I've been to Buff, I've been to Howard. New Pulse has an impact on its own that nobody else can touch. They come here and wish they were here. You know, this is one of the hardest schools to get into. One of the hardest schools. I believe it's top 10 in New York State to get into. The fact that you're here, the fact that you made it shows that you're the fact that you made it here speaks of your resilience, your dedication, your truthfulness, your love of learning, your love of education. And you know, I can easily say, you know, I hate education. And not in the phrase of learning and doing things, but forcing to conform our minds and what we think and what we want to know to a new system, a new place. But I can truthfully say that that didn't stop any of you. You know, you did programs, you did new things, you know, we stepped back. And, you know, I did that one time say I was scared when my class left because I didn't know what was next. And I can probably say I blew us out the order. Programs, new ideas, new themes, new, you know, changes, you know, adapting to the environment in a place in the world that is going through so much hatred, pain, and hurt. You know, y'all found a way to show love to each other, show love for, you know, the humanity. We showed that we're still human at the end of the day, and that despite everything that people say about us in our generation, and how we're lazy, how we slack, we've done a lot. Yes, people don't think a hashtag is a lot, but we do more than that. We may not always do it for the praise, or do it for the accolades, or do it to post on social media, but we're out there every day putting in some kind of work, putting in some kind of help, and that's something that I can't say a lot of people have done. You know, when somebody says, you know, actions speak louder than words, that has been the definition of this class.
I think it froze.
Words are done what you've had to do when you're leaving. And I hope, you know, despite everything you do, any faults or anything that you may think of people, that you let that go. You know, it's the past, you know, negativity and all that. If you let that weigh you down, then you won't really see the kind of fortune and success that you may have in the future. I truly expect great things from each and every one of you, and I can look each of you in the eye and say I expect great things from each and every one of you. And, you know, I hope when, you know, y'all get rich, y'all remember I'm here, and that, you know, that you continue spreading that you create opportunity for somebody else who looks like you know, you continue to help those who may feel like they can't be here. I've seen millions of kids come here from tours from you all and talk about how they want to go here, how they want to graduate, how they want to make something of themselves because you gave them that image in their head. So just part of advice, and I hope that you take the positive of this, and that no matter how much you get down, that you don't let the world crush your spirit, crush your dreams, because you got here with your dreams, you got here with your goals, and what's next? Life. And life's gonna be hard, life's gonna be tough, but life is gonna be fun at the same time. Thank you.
Kevin, thank you for your words. And once again, congratulations to all first year graduates, and thank you to all the friends and family and faculty that could come out here and make this what it is. So next, I would like to introduce a very important person for our graduation, and that will be our alumni speaker, Louis Thor. Louis Bronco is an electrical engineer who works for Garrett and travels the world to fix engines of all types. Companies from all over the world contact employers from Garrett to help and assist with problems needed to be fixed. Louis is a very successful businessman and has grown to expand himself in a variety of ways. He's an alumni of SUNY Post and graduated with the class of 2016. He was affiliated with Envy Fashions as a model coordinator, Carabash as a math dancer, and Phi Sigma Chi Fraternity Incorporated as president. He has aided in diversity and incorporation of every culture on the SUNY Post campus. Please welcome our alumni speaker, Louis Thor Blanco.
You heard? That was a pretty mic check. So, good afternoon, professors, faculty, parents, friends, and most importantly, graduates. Thank you to SUNY Newport's First World E-Board for having me, and thank you to my job, Garrett Advancing Motion, for flying me out here today. It's a beautiful thing to see the company I work for support me by giving me time off and financially covering this trip, where I can motivate future leaders. They truly value higher education, and I've witnessed Garrett invest in their employees firsthand. First off, let me start by saying, it's crazy. We're not gonna cry. First off, let me start by saying it's crazy looking at you guys from this side. And I say that because not too long ago, I was on that side. Now, the class of 2019 is a little extra special to me, and I'll tell you why. The class of 2019 is unique because I saw you guys come when I was leaving. I saw you guys come in all excited and transition into your freshman year. And most importantly, I have seen and witnessed the growth in Oxley. # level up season. This moment is like seeing your baby sibling all grown up. 1 minute they're doing this, and all of a sudden they're applying to colleges. They were 5 not too long ago. When did this happen? What? How? It's even giving me chills. So for those that graduated last semester and had to come back and walk this one, I feel you. I graduated in 2016 and had to come back spring 2017 to walk for graduation, talk about struggle. And that's what I flew out here to talk to you guys today. So throughout this talk, I would like it whenever I point to you guys can stream struggle back. This is how I know that you guys haven't fallen asleep on me. Also, disclaimer, it's about to get really emotional, real, no filters, raw, unedited, because I owe you guys all that much. Welcome to the real world. So I got a phone call about an opportunity to be a guest speaker today, and as honored as I was to accept this and be the first choice, or at least that's what they told me, I was a bit shook because I had no idea for weeks what I would talk about. And last week, as I'm in Mexico wearing my first world shirt, it hits me. Let's relate with the one thing we all share in common. Struggle. You guys have one job. Perfect. So I want to shine a different light on it. It's 2019, and for some reason, most people today never talk about talk about it and to make it worse, they act like they're always fine. But today I want to let you know it's perfectly 100% fine to struggle. Struggles are what makes us stronger, but in my opinion, it's what shapes us to be who we are today. I hate that social media has everybody brainwashed and having you believe that everyone is fine and living their best lives every day, when in reality I know that that's not the case. But I do want to point out that once you hit rock bottom, there's only one place to go, and that's up. Remember that, and I'll say it again. Once you hit rock bottom, there's only one place to go, and that's up. In life, sorry to say this, but you will hit rock bottom. And when the odds are against you, you're left with two choices. You either break or you grow. Please choose the later one. Be ready to not only face the world after today, but to experience a new type of pain. A pain that will suffocate you, but at the same time energizing. Well, it got pretty dark pretty quick, huh? Well, I want to be real with you and not be one of the many people I've seen at other graduations tell you that everything is fine and sunshine from here on out. Hashtag deadass, hashtag facts. So I had to bring it back. That struggle would eventually, like I said, toughen you up and make you unstoppable. I'm testament to this theory, and maybe after hearing my super abridged story, you'll understand why. Alright, so boom. 1992, I was born in Venezuela. When I was 3, I was left in DR with my grandparents for my year while my parents secured a place in New York. In 1996, I came to New York City as an illegal immigrant. My room was the living room at some points in life, and I'm not ashamed to say it either. Hashtag. In fact, I've never had my own room because I've had 2 siblings, so it was all 3 of us in one room, and even when we upgraded from the living room to one room, times was hard and money was short. Fast forward to 6th grade, May 18th, 2005. Keep in mind, I was 12 years old at the time. I'll never forget it. I got my first job at a supermarket. I was standing tall at 4 feet 6 inches. I could finally help my parents and myself. I kept that job all throughout junior high school and eventually to high school. I didn't have another choice. There's not many places that hire illegals, as I was called. I grew up most of my life aspiring to be the stock boy or man in a supermarket because that's all I knew. My possibilities were limited and my vision wasn't clear then. I went to school in Manhattan and came to work every day in the Bronx after school. Hashtag. Every day I was dealing with bullshit and angry folk. People say retail is tough. Try dealing with an old lady who has 200 plus in groceries and 1745 left on her EBT card. She not trying to hear it. Like you really don't know. And then you're stuck there because there's nowhere else for you to go. Then going to school the next day while people are researching and applying for colleges, but you skip that in class and say college wasn't for you because you couldn't say the real reason why. For me, my parents said I could never talk about it because they were living in fear. Hashtag. I'm sure some of you guys could believe. Finally, one day we get a letter in the mail saying we've been approved for papers. And at that moment, possibilities became endless. I had no idea what I wanted to do in life, and the cherry on top was I didn't really have any school options because my grades were trash. I never took school seriously, aside math and science. Why should I? Not like I had plans to continue. My senior year of high school, I applied to New Paltz and City College. Mega dub. Of course I was rejected. I went to the only non-community college that accepted me, City Tech in Brooklyn. I told my advisors, sign me up for anything related to math. She chose engineering. That day, for the first, a week later, or a few weeks later, I took my first calculus exam. I aced it. That day, for the first time in my life, I felt worthy. That was addicting, that was my drug, and I was instantly hooked. So, after all these years of struggling, finally resulted in a good day. I hungered for that feeling that I've never felt and pushed forward. I graduated with an associate's and took my talents to new goals. To start over, because my credits ain't really transferred. Hashtag. New Post kicked my ass, and the people on campus weren't the friendliest. I got into so much drama because I was the only Latino who didn't really hang out with Latinos. I gravitated towards the black community. Growing up in South Bronx and going to school in Harlem will definitely do that to you. I was also the only person that belonged to a multicultural fraternity on campus, so all I've known was diversity. That and my frat was mainly black, so shout out to them for making sure I was woke. Hashtag classy and proud. Let's do some quick math. So, add the haters. Taking was probably the hardest major in undergrad. Having to work 2 to 3 jobs to afford food and rent because these loans seriously didn't cut it. Hashtag. And what does that equal? Struggle. So, balance that with a girlfriend, falling deeply in love, and experience the fear, but most importantly, experience the excitement that we'd be parents. Soon after that, to being crushed with the news that she had a miscarriage and we lost the baby. After the emotional roller coaster, we didn't make it past that summer. And the following semester, I find out she's dating someone else and is pregnant. Hashtag. This broke me emotionally. Never had I wanted to keep going in life, and that moment hit me harder than anything else. This is the one of those rock bottom moments I was talking about. I could have thrown in the towel, or I could have gathered myself and kept going. I did just that. I made sure to continue to bust my ass and stay in resident engineering hall most days until 2 in the morning, to walk back to Southside in the cold, sometimes snow, to shower, eat, sleep, and come back to my 8 a.m.s. Hashtag. But don't worry, the story gets better. If you fast forward to the end, finally, I graduated thanks to a small but powerful support system of women. Shout out to Evie, my EOP advisor. And also special shout out to 2 of my best friends in Newport, Monique and Natalia. And Natalia's here today. They emotionally got me to Newport and to the finish line. 1 week after graduation, I was driving across the country from New York City to LA. I slept on the floor for a few days, waiting for that first paycheck to clear. Since then, 2.5 years after graduating from Newport have been a blessing. And that's the part of the story I really wanted to get to. I have a super dope, well-paying job that requires me to troubleshoot and solve problems all over the world. I fly every 2 to 3 weeks to a different country to solve problems at different laboratories and to deal with different customers. So, I actually flew in yesterday from Mexico, and I'm flying back to LA tomorrow just to change my clothes, and because I have to be at work in Mexico Monday morning. I was even lucky enough to see Paris 5 times last year, Rome, Germany, and a few other dope countries along the way. When I'm not traveling, I'm home in LA, 12 minutes from the beach. I haven't seen my credit card decline or my debit card since leaving Newport. And honestly, that has been actually really dope. So yeah, 24 years of struggle was worth it, I guess, for me to see the blessing. The reason I'm telling you all this was not... The reason I'm telling you all this is so I can leave you with this story, this testament, that when you hit rock bottom, there's only one direction you can go, and that's up. Never forget that you can literally overcome anything. Sorry to those that I put asleep. And as I leave you here today, I want you to know to appreciate the you face here at Newport, because that's what makes us a powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with, and most importantly, unstoppable. Never forget that. In closing, I have to give you 4 pieces of advice that no one tells you, and as someone who works a corporate job, I feel like I have to give you some tools before I leave. Number 1, oh my God, pay attention to this. Learn to organize your money and be very well versed in finance. Don't blow all your money and literally start planning for retirement like now. The best time to start is the moment you walk off the stage. I'm so serious. Learn about 401ks, investing, and compound interest ASAP. You'll thank me later. Seriously. Number 2, remember you can stay on your parents' health insurance until you're 26. Save those coins. Number 3, spend lots of time with your loved one, because once your career starts, your free time goes out the window. People are not down the hallway or across campus anymore. Just cherish and maintain those networks you've built. I'm so serious. Number 4, never settle. Don't stop here. Always stay hungry and learn to believe in your dreams. Those come true after you've hit rock bottom. Lastly, thank you guys for having me here, and now please go take over the world.
So can we have another round of applause for Louis? Thank you so much for coming out and giving those amazing words to us. We're definitely taking it. So next, I would also like to introduce our keynote speaker, Veronica Claypool Butler. So this was a quick overview of Butler and her experience. Veronica began her career with managing the Jackson 5 tour to the Carter Swindle, continued in television production at WUTV Channel 5, and began managing Broadway shows, including the European tour of the 1977 Houston Grand Opera production of Porgy and Bess. She continued as a general manager for the Broadway hits Lena Horne, The Lady in Her Music, the national and international tours of Duke Ellington, Sophisticated Ladies, and the Broadway run and national tour of The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe, starring Lily Tomlin. Veronica was general manager of the Amazing and Doolittle Theaters at the Los Angeles Music Center for her productions that included August Wilson's The Piano Lesson and The Phantom of the Opera. She also worked in production on the film The Fisher King, starring Robin Williams, Jeff Bridges, Mercedes Ruehl, and Amanda Plummer, directed by Terry Gilliam for Columbia TriStar Pictures. After managing the 1995 national tour of the Houston Grand Opera production of Porgy and Bess, Veronica returned to managing Broadway shows prior to joining the Theater Development Fund as managing director from 1996 to 2010. She has served on the Tony Awards Nominating Committee, the Lucy Lortel Nominating Committee, National Endowment for the Arts Theater Panel, the New York State Council on the Arts Theater Panel, the Mayor's Midtown Citizens Committee, and the board of the League of Professional Theater Women, the Harlem Arts Alliance, and as president of the Alliance of New York State Arts Organizations. She currently serves on the board of Historic Huguenot Street in New York. Please welcome our 2019 keynote speaker, Veronica Claypool.
She got a lot of talent.
Thank you for having me. So I get to talk to you now about the real life portion of this and where you're headed, because the first full graduation class of 2019 is a very, very important point in your life. I also had the pleasure of being present when First World honored my late mother-in-law, Dr. Marjorie Butler, on her 100th birthday in 2010. As the founder and first chair of Black Studies, Dr. Butler and First World We're both committed to Black studies and the standard of excellence in education on the SUNY New Paltz campus. In fact, today is Dr. Butler's birthday, which is why being here is so special. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Nadella Kay, Student Association President and College Council member, and her fellow students who worked so hard to successfully voice the challenge to change the existing names on the campus quad buildings to names that uniquely express the characteristics of the Hudson Valley. Well done. Before we address today's theme of Sesewos-Ban, the African symbol for transforming character, I would like to emphasize the importance of creating a successful plan for both professional and life skills. How you establish your brand, find your unique voice, and present yourself as the success that you see in yourself. Your education is providing you with the basic foundation that will prepare you to develop your brand and your voice. Find your voice. Be it. Leadership, organization, problem-solving skills, and creating a strong work ethic are important characteristics that will define you as a professional. Present yourself as the success that you see in yourself. Everything about your presentation, from how you speak, dress, and introduce yourself, will be part of your brand. So make those decisions consciously and work on them so they become an integral part of who you want to be. The saying that you only have one chance to make a good first impression is still true today. I'd like to share with you how I developed my own brand and professional success. Number one, determination. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, when it was a small town, racially and economically segregated. And from a very young age, I knew that I wanted to do more with my life than what was being offered to me there. With encouragement from my uncle who lived on Long Island, I moved to New York City without ever having been there. When you're young, you can do anything. Number two, take the long view. I arrived with excellent clerical and organizational skills that enabled me to land a job in administration at CBS corporate headquarters. I knew it was important to establish myself professionally as quickly as possible. Although my goal was to find work in the production side of television, I was realistic enough to begin with small steps and work my way into the entertainment field. Number three, broaden your experience. Eager to move ahead, I found a job working for Earl Graves at Black Enterprise magazine in order to obtain a different kind of exposure through publishing. During that time, I met a Senegalese producer, Johnny Seka, who was working on bringing the Jackson 5 to his country, and he asked if I would assist him in putting together the logistics of the tour. That job became my first touring production experience. During that tour, I met terrific professionals from related industries: music, publishing, publicity, and the production side of television. It was an amazing opportunity to share information and forge relationships that I enjoy to this day. After returning to New York City, I was offered a position in production on 2 television shows for WNEW-TV Channel 5, a 90-minute daily talk show, Midday Live, and a weekly show for children called Wonderama. I also helped to produce a documentary about the Virgin Islands, which was really an eye-opener for me about the history of the Caribbean culture and its part in the African diaspora. Number 4, find your opportunity and clarify your brand. After finally realizing my goal of working in television production, I found a new interest in the production side of theater. I met Broadway's first female producing team, Liz McCann and Nell Nugent, and went to work for them when they started their business. That's when I learned that Broadway is a highly specialized industry and that you must belong to a union to get a job there. The skills required to become a manager include budgeting, payroll, contract negotiation, complete familiarization with all union contracts, travel, housing, advertising, and banking, just to name some of the obligations of that position that you have to do. My office both produced and general managed shows, so I began researching what it would take to become a Broadway manager. I encountered the usual complications and hurdles encountered by women in business, especially women of color. After completing the required 3-year apprenticeship to my union, the Association of Theatrical Press Agents and Managers, I became one of 2 African American managers working on Broadway. Let me be clear that working in the entertainment industry is extremely competitive. My routine consisted of working 12-hour days from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the office, an hour for dinner, and then working at the theater from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 6 days a week. Not as glamorous as people think, but very exciting. It was my responsibility to determine what was necessary to become successful in my chosen profession. It required a lot of time and energy. I was not compensated for the extra time, but it certainly made everyone aware that I was serious about becoming a Broadway professional. There was no one to explain in detail what was required of me, but I kept myself available and open to all experiences. After qualifying as a union manager, I was assured a good salary according to the union contract. And as with any management level position, it is vital to keep up with all the constant change in the field, especially the way technology has impacted the workplace today. To grow is tantamount to professional suicide. Number 5, with confidence, you will enjoy the excitement of success. My first show as a Broadway manager was a play from the Negro Ensemble Company, Home, written by the award for Best Play that year. In addition to my show, there were also duties working in the production office, which successfully produced shows like Dracula, Mornings at 7, Amadeus, Elephant Man, and Nicholas Nickleby, just to name a few. I was then hired by another successful production office as a manager for the European tour of the $60 production of Courtney and Bess. We toured Paris, Zurich, and several cities in Italy for 6 months, and I was responsible for 105 people on the show. After managing a few more shows that weren't quite as successful, Lena Horne interviewed me and hired me on my own to manage her hit Broadway show, Lena Horne, The Lady and Her Music, for the next 3 years. And we closed the show on the West End in London. Following that engagement, I spent 2 years touring Duke Ellington's Sophisticated Ladies across the country and in Paris and Tokyo. Next came an exciting 3-year tour of Lily Tomlin in the search for signs of intelligent life in the universe on Broadway and across the country. Number 6, knowing contracts and rules. Lena, Sophisticated Ladies, and Lily represented an 8-year period of employment without a real day off. Managers are always on call. One experience I will share from the Sophisticated Ladies tour in Tokyo involved a confrontation with a group of musicians from my own orchestra who decided to challenge me the night before the official opening, demanding a raise in pay or they would.
Hi Serene, how you doing? I'm at Gran graduation.
I knew their union rules and that they had no legal right to challenge. So my response to them was that I knew musicians in Tokyo who could play music better than they did, which was true. It was on my first time in Japan. And if they didn't perform, in charge of multi-million-dollar productions, but they were challenges met and conquered. Those challenges still exist in every industry, and I look forward to your developing the skill sets necessary to prevail in your chosen profession. Please understand that there will always be difficult times to overcome in the workplace. I was not always successful in getting every position I applied for, but I knew it was my responsibility to keep trying to reach and exceed my goals. Rejection is a part of life in the workplace, and it has to be analyzed and processed. I have two articles available for reference. One from the New York Times titled, How to Turn a Rejection into an Advantage, and one from the Wall Street Journal. CEOs share their most helpful and unconventional career advice. Research is a very important tool, and I don't mean just using Google, which you cannot assume is always accurate. Lastly, balancing career and life. Once I stopped touring commercial Broadway shows, I began a different career in the nonprofit sector as the first African-American managing director of Theater Development Fund, which originated affordable ticket programs such as the TKTS half-price booth. I managed the design and construction of the new TKTS booth and its iconic red glass steps located at what New Yorkers call the crossroads of the world, 47th Street and Broadway. It was during my tenure at GDF that I met my amazing husband, John Butler, known as Jack, who also taught here at SUNY New Paltz. I fell in love with Jack and with New Paltz at the same time. Jack introduced me to the wonder of the Hudson Valley and its close proximity to my life in New York City. I really enjoyed the best of both worlds.
No, I don't have a cold allergy. And then the person sitting in front of me, I think they have reefer on them. So you know that reefer is killing me. I don't think he have reefer because the smell is strong. It's an allergy and they have a lot of tree up here because you know it's country, it's New Paltz.
And I lost my mother and mother-in-law the following year. I will always celebrate their legacy, and I enjoy a busy and complete life here full-time. I really enjoy my association with SUNY New Paltz and my involvement on the board of Historic Huguenot Street. Meeting students like you and sharing my story is really special to me. This is a very exciting time in your life, and I hope you'll remember the 3 takeaway points from today. Establish your brand, find your unique voice, and present yourself as the success you see in yourself. I wish you all the excitement of fulfilling your ambitions, and I look forward to hearing from you with any questions or any further information I can provide. Thank you.
How's everyone feeling? That don't sound good. Now we're going to present the valedictorian of first floor graduations class. So the valedictorian is Michelle Javier. We also have salutatorians, 2 salutatorians with the exact same GPA, Shireen Alabashi and Natalie. Now we're going to invite the Educational Opportunity Program to come say a few words to your students.
excited for you. I know the struggle was real at that time. But I'm very happy that the Education Opportunity Program was pivotal in making that transition and helping you along the way. I'd also like to acknowledge my staff, some of the staff members that are here. I'm sure they played an important role in your development. I always say that in order for a person to be successful, it requires a team. Actually, it's I'm always use things I'm a coach here also. But the team consists of family members, friends, and faculty members, administrators, and so on. So, graduates, can you please give a hand of applause to them? EOP graduates, so you can be acknowledged as well. Can you please rise so you can be acknowledged? Every year we provide 2 awards. They've already been issued to the 2 students for the highest GPA, highest and the second highest. And it's in the name of the 2 founding fathers of EOP 50 years ago or more. And that's Arthur Eve and the Percy Sutton Award. The Arthur Eve Award is given to the student with the second highest GPA of 3.80. And it goes to Sunny Rose. The Percy Sutton Award is given to the student with the highest GPA of EOP graduate with a 3.90, and it's Cassandra Ferrugia. As many have said that this is a new chapter of the rest of your life. Take what you learned from your class and move it on to the next chapter of your life. And hopefully you have great success. And I'll see you during the alumni reunion and also our biennial conference, which will be next spring as well. Okay? Congratulations.
Thank you to the Education Opportunity Program to help me to make this graduation possible. Next, we would also like to introduce our Scholars Petition Program to come up, please.
Congratulations, class. First of all, class of 2019. It was amazing working with you. And I hope all the success and all of the awards for you in the future. Dr. Gwen Floyd is going to acknowledge you.
Hi, congratulations to all of you. At this time, we would like to ask the Scholars Mentorship Program students to stand up, please. These are also exceptional students because they just about all of them have a 3.0 or above.
Two specific awards that I'd like to give out to 2 of our most outstanding students throughout the year. One of them is the S&P Outstanding Achievement Academic Award, and it goes to Miranda Delancey. She had a perfect average in all the S&P courses, and she's an amazing student.
She didn't fall, her phone fall.
One of the founders of the S&P program and kind of envisioned all of this that is taking place. And it's for outstanding scholarship and community service. And this award goes to Mr. Jason Vasquez. Scholarship donations as well for the last 3 years, totaling over $8,000 as well. And again, thank you and congratulations to all of you and many, many successes.
Can I have another round of applause for the class? Okay, so next we'll be listing off all major departments that have been participating in this graduation. So when I say the name of your major, can you just please stand so that way you can receive recognition for that department? Okay. So firstly, I'd like to start off with the anthropology department. Can you please stand? Next, graduates from the Asian Studies, can you please stand? And also, can I like the faculty to please stand up and come to the stage as well for acknowledgements? So next we have on the biology department.
Some of the students, they went home.
Next, we also have the so next we have the business department, including accounting, international business, and marketing. Randisha Scott, can you please stand as well?
Hi guys. So when I call your name, I need you to come out. But first, I have to acknowledge the women because this is the year of woman. Since I've been here, this is the first year where all of the business graduates are all women. Sarah Howell, one of the founding members of the NABA Association, newly created this year. Danielle Franklin, Juanita Hayward, and Valeria Salto.
And also for Black Studies, can I please have Michael Gill come and acknowledge all of the graduates from that major, please?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Congratulations to you all. And congratulations to the family and the friends that are here as well. We should have 10 Black Studies majors graduating here today. As I call your name, just stand up if you recognize it. Marta de la Cruz. Miranda Delancey. Asia Ellison Tyson. Jonathan German. Michelle Javier. Kevin King. Anderson Quiones. Daniel Santana. Justin Harris. Black Studies majors in taking this journey, and I wish you all the best of luck with everything that you do. Some of you may have seen an article about Justine in this last week's SUNY Pulse News. Justine, so some of this is from that article. Justine grew up in West Haverstraw, New York, a small majority Dominican community in Rockland County. A first-generation college student, Justine transferred to New Paltz after earning her associate's degree and pursued a double major in Black Studies and Women's, Gender, and Sexuality Studies. In her Black Studies Senior Seminar course, taught by Dr. Cruz Bueno, Justine first began studying the topic of intergenerational trauma. She soon realized that the field seemed to have a blind spot for the experiences of Afro-Latinx women. With Dr. Bueno's encouragement and support, Justine continued working on her research and submitted her work to the Terry Kershaw Essay Contest, a prestigious competition held annually by the National Council for Black Studies. I'm proud and honored to say that Justine's work, entitled Transgenerational Trauma and Afro-Latinx Women, was selected as the first place undergraduate. Soon after that accomplishment, Justine learned that she was accepted to a fully funded master's program. With these accomplishments, Justine has earned the 2019 Outstanding Academic Achievement Award in the Department of Black Studies. Thank you, everybody.
Next, for all graduates and faculty, please stand for the communication disorders major. And I also like to bring Gran to the stage.
I'll have to stand again in a minute, okay? Do my spiel first. So thank you. I am honored to be here today to recognize the graduates in communication disorders. I began my career as a speech-language pathologist in 1976. I hear you. That was a long time ago. At that time, I am confident when I say that the profession was a white female profession. Today, 18% of undergraduate students in communication disorders are minorities. That's a good thing. Of the 200,000 members of our professional organization, almost 10% are minorities today. So currently, our clients that we serve as speech-language pathologists are multiracial, multicultural, and multilingual. We need students to bring that same kind of diversity to our profession. These students today who are graduating will bring their own personal perspective to our profession. I congratulate you, and as I read your names, please stand and be recognized. Seeley
It's dude over there.
Joanna Ferrer. Alexis Pilot. Alyssa Patel.
faculty from the Communications Department please stand for recognition? Have a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Stephen DiDomenico. I'm a professor for the Communication Department. I'm so delighted to be here to acknowledge the wonderful work of these students graduating from our department. These are students who have thought critically for many years about the power of messages and the many ways that we negotiate those and transmit those via multiple kinds of modalities and exciting new technologies. One of the most powerful things about studying human communication is that it gets us thinking about that it's everywhere. That sounds really cliche, but one of my favorite quotes that I wanted to share with you today is that you cannot not communicate. Let that sink in for a moment. Cannot not communicate. So the idea is that we're always sending messages, we're always giving meaning, we're always attributing meaning. That process of negotiation is ongoing. And so these students are particularly well equipped for thinking about how they might be able to harness that power for everything from enhancing communication in their personal lives, their personal relationships, very important, a theme of what's been talked about so far, at the workplace, and also in lots of public forms of communication, have it be a campaign to enhance health behavior or a campaign to advocate for change. It's a very important thing in our world today. So, without further ado, let me just congratulate the individual students who are graduating here today from our program. Yolira Ramirez. Maria Depina. Also, I think this is a popular individual, the trout major. Andrea Paredes. Halamat Suleiman. Genesis Arthur. Jesselyn Burgess. And Nishat Chowdhury. Congratulations, you're so well prepared to be fabulous communicators. Cheers to you.
Next, can those from the major Department of Computer Science please stand, all graduates and faculty? Next, can all faculty and graduates from the Digital Media Production please stand? And I'd also like to introduce Lisa A. Phillips to the stage.
Hi, I'm Lisa Phillips, Department of Privacy. It's my honor and pleasure as Department Chair of Digital Media and Journalism to congratulate 4 graduates who completed majors. And I'd actually like to just say a few words about them personally when they stand. I promise it will be short. I asked my colleagues, those students I have not had myself, to say a few words. So, Afi Gladys Akako. Production major, and she's a first-generation high school and college student from Togo. She studied at the University of Ghana in 2017, and she is known as a dedicated student who doesn't let anything get in her way. the time that's needed to get it right. He poses important questions in class. Congratulations. Jason, congratulations on your award. He's an honor student who just completed a documentary on a subject of critical importance to our campus community, the struggle to read and write. He's described as incredibly hardworking and ambitious. Congratulations. Bella, where are you? Well, I'll say a few words. She was my student, and she's a journalism major, and she was a star student in my capstone seminar and did a fantastic project on Latino students reclaiming the Spanish language. So thanks to all and congratulations to all.
Next, I'd like to introduce all of those from the Major Department of Economics. Can faculty and graduates please stand?
Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to see you. My name is Edith Kuiper. I'm the chair of the economics department. And I can ask you to step forward, Karen King. He got himself a major in economics and in black studies. And he was a leader in the economics club, and he still kind of carries this forward. And he doesn't go for the easy classes. And I was really impressed by his talk. I want to thank him for that. And I'm looking forward so much to your work in economics. Man, do we need you. Okay.
Next, can all of those majors from education and adolescence, can you please stand for recognition? Can all graduates from early education also please stand?
Elementary school teachers, which I'm sure you can all agree is really important. We don't just teach people how to teach, we also teach our students about the inequities of opportunity and access in the system that starts very, very young. So I'm just so proud of the four of you who are going out into the world to begin to right that wrong and to make sure children in schools know that they can be teachers. And that people who look like them can do a really important work in the world. So I just want to say their names one more time. Samantha This is purely selfish because these guys are my guys. I'm saying their names. Combine. Denise Rendon. And Edna Velasquez. They're going to do great things.
Next, can I also have faculty and graduates from the engineering department please stand for acknowledgement? Next, can I have graduates and faculty from the English department please stand for acknowledgement? Next, can I have all graduates and faculty please stand from the History Department? Heather Morrison from the department to the stage to give a few words.
All right, so I wanted to just say that at a time when history has become a political battleground over whose stories deserve to be told and honored, and when some might try to deny the truth of our history, the History Department is incredibly honored to send out our graduates. Justin Barris, could you stand up, please? We're sending him out as a historian, one who can share the stories of struggles from people of the past, and try to help our communities today get through what we're going to. We hope he can be one who can do the research to inform debates over who should or should not be honored with commemoration, whether we're talking about building names or statues or anything. So again, Justin, congratulations. I love the theme of transforming our character, but anyone who knows this guy knows that he started out good. So, all right, congratulations.
Next, can all graduates from the faculty and graduates from the International Relations Department please stand? Next, can all faculty and graduates from the Journalism Department please stand for acknowledgement? I'd also like to introduce Lisa A. Phillips to the stage to give a few words. So next, I'd also like to introduce all graduates and faculty from the Mathematics Department. Can you please stand for acknowledgement? Next, I'd like to introduce all faculty and graduates from the Psychology Department. Can you please stand for acknowledgement? And last but not least, I'd like to also introduce all faculty and graduates from the Sociology Department.
That's Gran in the yellow. Yeah, I was waiting patiently for Gran. Almost cried.
It is my honor to be here to commend all of you, but particularly the graduates from the Sociology Department.
Yeah.
Will the following students please stand and be recognized? Tatiana Gonzalez. Erica Hernandez. Jamie Lazan. Dominique McGue. Daniel Santana. Joseph Vasquez. Veronica Aviles. Elizabeth Ayala. Asia Ellison Tyson. Shawnee Garnes. Celeste Lopez. Ricardo Mahoney. Alicia Ortiz. Perla Reyes Maldonado. Isabella Seth. And Shatika Williams.
That's my Gran.
As all of you, as sociologists, are well aware, we are in a time of great social change. We will need your experiences, your skills, and your knowledge that you have developed here at SUNY New Paltz to continue to push these social movements forward. When you leave here today, you will have a new level of educational capital. My hope for you is that you use that capital to direct and lead these movements. This is your time. Congratulations.
Oh, Gran! Congratulations again!
Oh, sorry, I'm just crashing for a second because in history we got an incomplete list, and I just wanted to say, Elvis, could you stand up, please? In particular to come back and finish this degree, so congratulations.
Let's go!
So we actually have some more major departments that we'd also like to introduce. Can all the graduates from the faculty of graduates and faculty from Spanish department please stand?
Buenas tardes. Our students are Michelle Javier, Francesca Reyes, Marta de la Cruz, y María Santana. Yeah, Maria! However, I see a lot of you here who took classes with us and were part of our program, and I'm really happy to see you here. I would like to say first a few words in Spanish. Quiero decirles de parte del Departamento de Lenguas, del programa de Español y del programa de Estudios Latinoamericanos, lo orgullosos y felices que estamos de verlos hoy graduarse. Han sido estudiantes excelentes y ha sido un honor tenerlas como parte de nuestro programa. As I see these young Afro-Latina women here, the first word that comes to my mind is inspiration. You have inspired me to be a better professor, to be a better person, and I know you have also inspired my colleagues too. In these times of uncertainty, and in which women's rights are under attack, I hope you will now go and inspire young women to achieve what you have achieved today, and to keep fighting for our rights and our place as women, and as women of color in American society. Thank you for making us part of your academic experience and life.
Congratulations, you go, girl!
Next, can all faculty and graduates from the theater department please stand? Can both seats to the stage?
I'm thrilled to be here to recognize Shanice Mateo, who's actually here today, and Crystal Vasquez. And all of them on their incredible accomplishments and achievements. Crystal, your work ethic and talent and perseverance are completely unmatched. And the strength that you hide behind that quiet facade is going to serve you to attain all the rest of your Both of you have left our community changed for the better, and we will miss you and always remember you with great respect and fondness. We look forward to seeing what you can achieve in the future. And on behalf of the theater department, I'd like to congratulate all of you and your families and friends on your achievements and accomplishments. Congratulations.
Next, can all graduates and faculty from the WGSS department please stand up for acknowledgement? And that will commence all of our major departments recognitions. Next, we would also like to move into the recognition of all of our graduates here. to give all the board members who are also graduates a chance to ask on stage. So just as a quick note, when you guys are exiting off the stage, please remember to pick up your gift that should be on to your right.
Say something. Yes, people, they're waiting to give them gift, but they didn't. I think they didn't organize it properly, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Yeah, this is Gran lost here at her college. Yeah, she's in sociology. Yep. Oh, that was locked up. That was locked in. That was locked in. They have to open the door there. They have to open the door. That was locked in. They should bang the door.
So also, I'd like to apologize in advance if I say your name incorrectly. I will try to the best of my ability. Alright, so first I want to start with Afi Gladys Akako. Next we have Anthony Allwood. Next we have Sharon Alshabasi. Kara Andre.
Be careful, girls, when you heels.
Veronica Alves. Elizabeth Ayala. Janet Dees.
Girls, take them heels off and don't fall.
Samantha L. Bujor. Martha Dela Cruz. Miranda Delancey. Kayvon Benazar. Maria DePena.
Ariane Phoenix.
One.
Iso Kima. Kevin King. Teresa Lancaster. Jamie Lazan. Celeste Lopez. Ricardo Mahoney. Control Major. Control Major. Johnny Marcel.
Hi, cuz. I'm happy you come to celebrate your little niece
Kevin Martinez.
graduation.
Shanice Mateo. Dominique McGee. Alicia Ortez. Dominique Padilla. Andrea Corridas. Olga Sparata. Alexis Pillett. Alicia Portillo. Emerson Quinos.
Where is he?
Michael Quinn Fields. Mariah Ramirez. Denise Rendon. Perla Ray Donald. Jessica Rodriguez. Melissa Rodriguez. Valeria Salto. Daniel Santana. Maria Santana. Joseph Basworth. Jason Bristol Basworth. Edna Bowley. Justine Vera. Shaquille Williams.
Yeah, that's Gran.
And Michelle.
Go Gran. She's the yellow dress. Go Gran. Yes, that's my Gran there. Yeah, watch her. She's a model. Go Gran. Yeah, now she should walk the road down. Hey. Hey.
So we just want to take the time, on behalf of First World Graduation 2019. We appreciate you coming out tonight, especially your family, your friends, professors, faculty that came out. We want to say thank you for a great time at Sweden Falls. We hope you get back safe, and we look forward to hearing everything that you have to do.
Thank you and congratulations to all the graduates and all who get honor. Congratulations for your hard work. to everyone.
So you will be having refreshments. You go outside, you're going to take a right. It's going to be food, reception, drinks, everything's going to be outside. You take a right. We're going to lead the way, so just follow one of us. And yeah, we're going to eat. 1907. All right, see ya.
Okay, thanks everybody. Take your lovely time out. Enjoy Gran graduation ceremony. Love you all. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. Coming from Queen Olive. Bye-bye.
There's no eating in the auditorium, so please eat outside the auditorium.
Wait for everybody out. It's awful loud. This phone froze so much, I have to really get a phone. Okay, the phone don't want to turn off, but as soon as it's ready to go off, it will go.